Good afternoon, guys, and happy today is Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. So guys, I did get some stuff done for today. Good amount of stuff. I got the last load of laundry for like last week, this week I guess, in the dryer. And I did get a load of dishes done too. I also made my freezer dinners. I made 4 freezer dinners for this week. I bought $12 worth of what's it called, like beef roast or whatever it is, and I ended up using, I don't know, is it called beef roast or beef, I don't know, like beef slab thing. I don't know, it wasn't like steak, but it wasn't like, it's like basically you can use it for like stew meat and stuff like that, right? But it's not stew meat because it's not already like chopped up, but that's what I use it for when I cook with it. I don't even know, I want to say it's like, because it's not a pork roast, I think it's a beef roast, but yeah. Anyways, though, guys, I had, I think it was 4 pounds worth or something like that. I ended up using a pound each for each of the freezer dinners that I made. I made 2 different recipes and 2 of each of the recipe. So what I ended up doing was I made 2 like beef and mushroom, kind of like a beef stroganoff kind of thing. And I'll do it over like noodles, so it can kind of be like beef stroganoff, sort of, and then also to a beef, just like a beef stew. So I used like the full piece of meat. Like I said, I just cut it in half and used a pound of each pretty much. But then once it cooks in the slow cooker, I've noticed it's super tender and super easy to just like shred apart. So then that way I can do it that way instead of having to like pre-cut it all up and everything like that, because I find that it being shredded is actually a lot easier than like cutting it ahead of time, whereas the slow cooker pretty much does that for me, and all I have to do is just real quick shred it up once it's already done being cooked. So, I don't know what Bravi's problem over here is. What's your problem? Are you listening? He's listening for something, guys. Can't you tell there's one ear up? What? Yeah, the furnace is on. Is that what you hear? I think so. You're listening very intensely. Yeah. Hi. Hi, cutie. Hi. Look at his ear. I can't even get over this. Guys, honestly, I don't know when it happens. I don't know if I even mentioned this too before. I was like, one day Bravo's ear just popped up. You guys know how he used to have like the Yoda ears, which the one ear still kind of is, but it's even floppier than it normally is. Like this one got way floppier, but his ears used to like kind of stick out more like that, and they never went up. All of a sudden this one just went up one day. I was like, what the heck is even happening here? What happened to your ear? And it's all red on the inside too. I think he was laying on it. Yeah, bud. So yeah, he's got like Charlie looking ears. He's got Charlie looking ears. Oh, you're so sleepy. You're cute though, bud. So yeah, anyways, guys, and honestly too, I was editing a vlog and I was like, Bravo's ears used to be down. When did one of them go up? So yeah, his ears are having like a midlife crisis or something like that. They can't figure out what they want to do. But yeah, anyways though, guys, I forgot what I was saying. So I made the freezer dinners, and then I also did a load of dishes too. And I uploaded 6 vlogs as well. So I have 2 left on my Mac that I was going to upload, and I was like, you know what, I'll just upload them either tomorrow or when I get some more to upload as well. I didn't get a chance to edit any today, but I was like, oh, I'll edit tonight. I was like, right, and everything like that. Matthew's girlfriend ended up coming over too, so I wasn't out in the living room. And then on top of that too, there was no sports games on tonight for me to watch. So I edited last night. I think I edited last night. Yeah. No, I didn't. I don't remember what I was doing. Oh, I was working last night. But I was doing that to the Panthers game that was on. Well, the Bulls and the Hawks are supposed to be on tomorrow, so I have that, and I can edit to that, and then also get some more work done as well tomorrow. So anyways, guys, I did all of that, and then on top of that too, my mom made a comment like a couple days ago or something like that, which tonight we ended up having for dinner was sweet and sour chicken, which my mom said was really good. She said that I added like a whole can of pineapple, and she said it was a little sweet, probably because of the pineapple. So I was like, I know that they sell like smaller, like half-size cans of pineapple, like the pineapple tidbits or something like that. So I was thinking about maybe adding that in the future, or just adding like a half of a can of pineapple or something. So she just said it was very sweet. Everybody else seem to have liked it. So that was for dinner, and I also made one of my, what's it called? My stuffed peppers, which I made in the small crock pot. I hated the way it turned out, guys. The inside of the pepper was so stinking good, but the outside, the actual pepper part, tasted disgusting. I have no clue why it tasted so nasty, but I am going to put it in the oven from now on, which got me to the point where I am like right now, which is my mom also too made a comment the other day about the freezer dinners that I've been making, and she's like, you know, you need to switch it up a little bit. She's like, because, you know, like I have some generic, like, you know, freezer dinners that everybody seems to like the teriyaki chicken. Everybody stinking loves teriyaki chicken. And I just add a little rice right into the crock pot, and the juices absorb it and cook it, the rice, so I don't even have to like dirty an extra frying or like an extra pot or anything like that to cook the rice separately. And I just add like a little instant rice. So that's like amazing, and I love that one because I don't have to do like hardly any work for it. And my dad is like in love with that one. My mom really likes it. So everybody likes the teriyaki chicken. And there's like a couple other ones in there here and there too that, you know, everybody pretty much likes. Like most of the ones that have to do with pasta, anything that has pasta in it. Like I'll do some like chicken ones, like it might be just like chicken, the chicken cacciatore, or I have like a chicken Alfredo one. I also think I've got a chicken, I think it's like a chicken Italian chicken or something like that, but I'll cook the pasta separate and then add like a full box of pasta right to the slow cooker, and then mix it in with all like the juices and the sauce and stuff like that, right? Everybody seems to like that stuff, but with the exception of those ones, it seems like, and like my mom really likes the stew, and when I told her about the beef stroganoff one, she was all excited about that too. But, and I noticed this too, and especially today when I had my bell pepper, stuff in the crock pot tastes very mushy, like a casserole. And like that was the way too that like my bell pepper turned out, which it wasn't even like, because I actually like mushy bell peppers. I don't know if that's weird. I like any bell peppers, mushy, fried, raw, stir fried, I don't even care how you make it. I will eat bell peppers. I love bell peppers, but it just tasted like, I don't even know, like just nasty. And I felt like it was maybe because it was put in the slow cooker. And so, like, a lot of times, too, though, just everything seems to taste very, like, casserole-like, and it's, like, the same consistency all the time. And so, you know, like my mom was saying, like, I mean, the other thing, too, I'll do a lot of times is some type of, like, either chicken, or, like, that's really what I've been doing a lot of because it's been on sale recently, but, like, chicken tacos and stuff like that, too. We'll do that either with rice or else, like, just on tortillas. But, you know, the consistency of it is very much the same, and we don't do like so much just like a chicken breast, and like everybody has like a chicken breast or something like that. And so, like, I was thinking about it. I was like, well, you know what? There's so many recipes that I've pinned on Pinterest that I used to make back when I had so much time on my hands before, like, football and everything like that. And not even so much, like, last year, like, even 2 years ago. I think it was more like 3 years ago before I had even really started doing freezer dinners. Like, I used a slow cooker, but I wouldn't do the freezer dinner so much. And I used to, like, cook the chicken ahead of time and, like, then use it and stuff like that. But, like, what I was looking at was some of the recipes that, oh, they're fighting over a toy. There were some of the recipes I was looking at were ones that I used to make either casseroles, because Matthew has one casserole that he absolutely loves, chicken pot pies, or, like, different type of, like, pasta bakes and stuff like that, or, like, just other type of, like, baked items that you can do, mainly chicken, was what I was, again, looking at, but, like, just baked stuff in the oven. So as I'm looking through this stuff, I was like, you know how easy it would be to just turn these things into freezer dinners, like the recipes that I've already used or I've already adapted, because like I said, the one casserole recipe that Matthew loves, I've made like 100 million times, and I kind of already have my own recipe for it just because I've adapted it to the way that we eat it. And so like that one in particular, I already came up like with how I can freeze it and then, you know, reheat it and everything like that and make it in the oven and just do the same thing in freezer dinner form, but freeze it again. Because for me, it just makes sense, especially in case, life happens, making a dinner for that day or something like that, or, you know, if it's, you know, something that I have to bake later in the afternoon, if something ends up happening and let's say it's Thursday night, like the last night that I normally bake or whatever, let's say something comes up and I have to go run an errand, or I have to go help with something, or, you know, my mom falls and has to go to the hospital or something like that, because you guys know that happened just a little bit ago, and then she was in the hospital back again because of her neck, and because of the fall, she screwed up her neck that she had surgery on like a couple of years ago, and so she has like degenerative disc disease in her neck. Anyways, guys, off on a tangent, but when she fell, I told you guys she had that fall like a little bit ago, she actually, like, the vertebrae, I think that's like on top of where her discs were fused when she had the surgery, ended up like falling, I don't know if like falling into her, not falling into her neck, but like shifted positions and stuff like that. So she's been having really bad pain in her neck. So she had to go to the doctor again, like, and run all over the place and go to the doctor. Yesterday she had to go pick up her new medication that she has to take, and then they're going to have to do follow-ups and all this kind of other stuff. So, like, just things like that, or, you know, like, you know, again, just life happens and I completely forget that I'm supposed to throw dinner in the oven or whatever. Those type of things that happen. In case I don't get to making that, sure, I can make it on Friday or whatever and stuff like that, but after a while that chicken starts to sit in the fridge like all week and stuff like that. It's not gonna be good by the end of the week. So for me, it just makes more sense to make something ahead of time, put it in the freezer, and then use it later. But I don't really like to use the stuff that, like, the stuff that I made this week, like the beef stew or the beef stroganoff stuff. I won't use that for this week's freezer dinners because I've built up a stockpile where I already have enough that I can use for, like, the prior weeks that I've already made freezer dinners. And if you guys have watched my meal plan or meal freezer dinner like videos and stuff like that, my couponing channel, which, guys, also a little thing that I do want to note is that I think at the beginning of next year, 2018, I'm actually going to bring that back. I know, guys, there's so much information in this video, but just because I've been thinking about it a lot, and I was like, I really want to start doing again that kind of stuff in the freezer dinners and everything like that, because I've really been trying to bring that back more on this channel, and especially too now that, like, football's over and I'm not sure about what's going on for next year. Like, I should have a full year where nothing's really happening, God willing, like nothing happens like it did last year, and then I can, you know, kind of go through with that. But anyways, guys, again, I got off on a huge tangent, but yeah, the whole thing was about the freezer dinners. It just, for me, makes sense. It's easier, it's frugal, it's, you know, because if there's a week where there's a lot of sales on meat or something like that, I can stock up and put it all in the fridge and not have to be like, oh my gosh, I can only buy what we need for this week, because I can buy whatever we need for a couple of weeks and then freeze everything and make freezer dinners out of it. Then all I gotta do is either pull it out, put it in the crock pot, or pull it out and put it in the oven now, which I did do some oven freezer dinners in the past, but lately, especially with football, it's too hard even still for me to, like, take the stuff out of the freezer and then be like, okay, now I'm going to leave it in the oven, and if it might not be done or something like that, and then I might have to be, like, making it, like, 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, because we'd have to go to football practice, and, like, I'd have to be ready by, like, you know, whatever it was, 5:30 or something like that, or 5 o'clock, you know, I had to be ready because we had to leave by 5:30, so, like, you know, everything was just, like, a lot in a short period of time in the afternoons for me. And, you know, then on top of that, too, I was like, well, now if I take it out, it's going to be cold by the time Matthew and Jack get home, and my dad, and then they can't eat, and, like, the only person to be eating was my mom, and so, like, just, it didn't work for us. So that's why I was doing only, like, crock pot freezer dinners, and now I can kind of move away and start doing, again, like, baked freezer dinners, which, again, I did for a while, but now I have a lot more time to do that. And also, too, I've noticed takes more time, I think, to make the baked ones, because most of that is, like, everything's pretty much already made, and then you put it in, you know, you assemble it and put it in the thing, and then you just kind of, like, reheat it. Whereas in the crock pot, at least, again, the recipes that I use is more of a, like, everything can be raw and you can just throw it in there. Whereas, like, I'm gonna, for all the recipes I have for the baked versions of stuff, is all gonna be pre-cooked meat. It's all gonna be pre-cooked, like, pasta. It's all gonna be, like, majority of everything's gonna all be pre-cooked. And then just mixing everything together and then putting it in the baked dishes and then throwing it in the bakery, the oven. Anyways, guys, it's a little late, because like I said, it's actually ready to go to bed at like 9:30, and I stayed up like for a little over an hour doing that. So I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.